Here's the number one thing you are missing in your career search. Let me tell you, it's not another degree. Hi, my name is Isi Mamnalade Joby, and I'm a career and business growth strategist helping Black women land their dream jobs, skyrocket their salaries, and live rich, fulfilling lives. Listen, you did not come to this earth to pay bills and die. I believe you can have a job you love, a career that you enjoy, one with lots of travel, lots of money, and the recognition you deserve. Now, I have coached hundreds of women, trained thousands of women, and I've helped my clients get over $7 million in new salaries. Now, what was a major key to helping these women experience incredible success? Let me tell you. One is mindset. That's a whole other video, because that is the foundation of this entire thing. The next one might surprise you. It's not the resume. It's not the LinkedIn. It's not being able to answer interview questions, even though those things are important. It's clarity. I'm telling you, clarity is the most important thing to get in place when it comes to your career journey, because clarity births conviction and it births confidence. And without being convicted, being confident about where you're going next, about why you should be that company's next hire, you will not do well. You will not get those callbacks. Your resume will not be in tip-top shape. You will not show up on LinkedIn the way you're supposed to. You will not interview like the boss that you are. You will not have informational interviews that leave people saying, how can I hire you? If you lack this one thing, clarity. Now, what is clarity? Clarity when it comes to your job search is knowing exactly what it is you want to do. The other part of clarity is also knowing how good you are at what you do and being able to speak confidently to your gifts, your skills, your talents, your strengths, your passion, and your calling. If you are missing any of those, you begin to dim when you should be shining oh so very bright. Now, what role does clarity play in this entire landing your dream job process? Well, here's the thing. If you don't know what role you are going for, how do you build a true strategy? Now, you might be thinking, EC, that is so common sense, girl. We all know that. But you'd be surprised. Here's the thing. Many people are actually a bit unsure about what role is right for them. And that unsureness, which I know I just made up that word, bleeds out over everything in the process. So when it's time to start talking to people and doing informational interviews, say you want to learn more about the company, learn more about the role, and people start asking you to tell them about yourself, you're not able to craft a strong and cohesive, convicting story about who you are and what you want to do next, where you've been, where you're going, and why you want to go there, and why you are any company's answered prayer. If you lack clarity, you're not able to put the pieces together and say, you know what, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm strong at this, I'm strong at that. Oh my goodness, of course this role makes sense for me. Oh my goodness, I get to be in a role where I get to use these skills. I love these skills. I'm good at this. And then what happens when these things begin to align? What happens when the clarity comes in? You're going to nail interviews like you never have before. You're able to actually command higher salaries. Why? You are clear on how good you are. You are clear on why you are perfect for that role. And the way you got to the interview in the first place, you knew what role you were going after. So being clear on the role you want, it helps inform the type of post you post on LinkedIn. It helps inform your thought leadership. When someone comes to your profile, they know exactly where to place you. Even if they didn't have open spots on their team, they would be so impressed with your clarity. They would be so impressed with your personal brand. They would be so impressed with your content that they would get someone else in their network to hire you. Let me tell you a story. There was a woman in our program. I will give her the name Clarissa. And Clarissa came into our program, did the work. She was phenomenal, okay? Clarissa doubled her salary once she went through the fulfilled process. It was phenomenal. But here's what happened. When you work with us in Fulfilled, you are changed forever. You now know exactly what this career game looks like. You know how to navigate these spaces. You know how to navigate these rooms. Can't nobody ever play with you, try to underpay you or stress you out. You know exactly what to ask in the interviews to make sure these people are not red flags. Hello. So Clarissa, of course, graduates from the program, proud alumni, and now she's going for another. Clarissa interviews at that role, slays that role, but after assessing the role, decides it's not for her. Great company, great offer. It was a 6-figure offer, but she's been fulfilled. Her mindset is strong. She's like, not for me. I know what's for me is out there. Do you know the interviewer was so impressed with her clarity, with her confidence, her conviction that came through in how she answered all the questions, that when their friend, who was a hiring manager, let them know, hey, I'm looking for someone, they said, literally, hey, we interviewed this great woman, Clarissa, and she didn't accept our offer, unfortunately, but I think you should check her out. I think she'd be great for that role. What did I just say? A company that got turned down went ahead and put my girl's name in the hat because she was that good. Hello, somebody. And wouldn't you know it, they called her, interviewed her, and in a couple of days had a 6-figure offer for her that was more than her current role, more than the other company she turned down. Listen, if you are going in circles in your career search and you are frustrated, you've gotten your resume done 10 times. ChatGPT has another 5 versions of it, and you have applied endlessly. Also, you have the skills. You're that girl. You are good at what you do. You are a high performer, but something is just not clicking. I'm telling you, it's most likely clarity. Either you're not clear on the role that you want, or you're not clear on the skills that you bring to the tables, the skills, your gifting, your passion, your purpose, or you're not clear in the articulation of the value you bring. And when you speak to people in networking conversation, in informational interviews, or even in first round interviews, they're just not impressed with you. Now, if you want help changing all of that, go ahead and book a free Fulfilled Clarity call with me, where we will get down to the nitty gritty of what is going on in your career and why things are not working the way they should. Can't wait to chat with you.